Hello, hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, and all of that juicy goodness. We are here for our midweek reading. Sorry, I've been a little MIA lately. I feel like my videos are pumping out, but not as frequently as I'm used to. I've been rebuilding my website, working on a couple courses. I actually just created two courses, how to be an intuitive reader and how to cleanse your energy and opening sacred space and all that jazz. So my energy has been elsewhere, not my normal routine, but we're creating. I want to get the courses out there for the people that need it. The world is changing at such a fast rate, and we need other people to be able to take care of their own bodies and their own energy. And if you do not know how to cleanse your auric field, it's gonna lead to suffering. And I don't want to like project that, but it's facts. Like we are these energy bodies and we're light, and we have to learn how to cleanse our light. It's one thing to put good food in our body and to exercise and to get good sleep, but it's another thing to understand energy and to understand your aura. So I made a whole course and I shared all of my tools on how to properly cleanse, physically how to do it, when you're in a pinch, when you're out in public. So stay tuned. I'll be releasing that soon. I'll post it on my community page. I'll share it in all of my videos, but it will be on my website. Go check out my website. I totally revamped it. It looks so pretty. I'm so proud of it. Sorry, I'm keep talking and I didn't even pray yet, but I'm really proud of the work I've done. So cheers to that. And the other course is how to become an intuitive reader. So I share all of my personal experiences and how I became one, but I share it in a way where it's relatable. It's some storytelling, some it's just all of my tools that you need to do in order to enhance your gift and to activate it and to be able to share it with the world. Because at some point, you know, you want to learn to be intuitive for yourself and to listen to your own guidance and connect with your guides. And don't you want to connect with your guides? Yeah, you want to get downloads, you want to get answers on where to go in your life. And I give you those tools in the course. And I also share with you, you know, why it's important for you then to share your gifts with the world. We need you. And then you could maybe go and teach other people how to open up their gifts. So let's call in our guides, Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron. Please open sacred space. Please bless me, bless my viewers, bless my cards. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please only bring the highest and whitest light messages through. And let's see what we need to hear today. So yeah, so stay tuned for those two courses. They will be dropping soon. I'll promote the heck out of them because I know that people need them. Just like I wish I would have had that back when I was starting out. I wish I would have had something that I could watch by myself in my apartment and just take notes and then start implementing all the tools. I did have a mentor, but it wasn't necessarily, I didn't have access to it all at once. I kind of learned as I went. So I feel guided to use the Course in Miracles deck. Also, like this video right now, we need to get these messages out there to more people. Subscribe if you have not already. The light has come. Today belongs to love. Let me not fear. Okay, so this back of this card says, if you knew who walks beside you on the way that you have chosen, fear would be impossible. So if I just heard somebody is struggling to begin something, to make a decision, to be different, or maybe you don't know where you're going with your life and you're so scared and you have fear. And this card is saying, if you knew who walked beside you, you would have nothing to fear. You literally would feel so safe, so protected. You know, imagine your angels, speaking of connecting and become an intuitive reader. You know, in my course, I teach about how to discern between the ego, your higher self, and your angels and your guides. And learning the language and learning to hear, like, what do your guides really sound like? What are their names? What do they look like? And you can ask them all of this. And when you know that they're right next to you, you can literally ask for their help. And that's another big thing that I always teach in all of my readings is that we have these guides and angels with us, our spirit family, all the time. They are always moving us to what's best for us. And we have to tune in and listen to the messages. And we can't be fearful. We have to open up that channel and tune in and listen. And the reason why I created my course is because there's so many people right now who are not listening to their intuition. They're not tuning into their guides and their angels. And their guides and their angels are literally like knocking down their door and they're unaware of it. They don't even know what the little signs mean and what the little indicators mean. And fun story, but not a fun story. But this is how your guides are here to help you. There was a client of mine who she kept having dreams of her chest, just like attention being drawn to her chest, whether she was like spilling water on her chest, whether her chest was on fire in another dream, her chest was tight. It's all in her dreams, right? Her guides and angels were showing her her chest. And she had the thought, like, maybe I should go to the doctor. You know, maybe this is just something I can clear and check it. Maybe I should go see an energy healer, see what they get. And she didn't do anything. Well, 2 months later, she found out she had stage 3 breast cancer. But her guides were literally saying, hey, we see this happening in you, and we're giving you the answer. You don't have to fear it. There's no fear. The cancer could have been non-existent at that time and starting to brew, and she could have got a quick little treatment and been done with it. Or she could have just changed her mindset and started to eat better, started to meditate, started to offer some Reiki healing in that area. I believe that when people get diagnosed with cancer, it is not the end. It is a quick little like wake up, like, okay, like let's be healthier. And sometimes your guides are trying to get you to be healthier. And we have these little illnesses that pop up and they're not big. Only if we make it big is it big, because I believe our body can heal when we put the right intention there. So she was getting all of these downloads, but not taking action on it because she didn't know. She is somebody who would benefit from my course because even if she doesn't want to be an intuitive reader, she's still learning how to be intuitive, how to listen to the messages from your guides and your angels. And my course is also really cool because, you know, yes, I talk about the cards and how to read them, but I also talk about like day-to-day life. Like, what does it mean when you drop something? Like, what are your guides trying to tell you? And, you know, all those little tiny little indicators that I always was so curious about. And you just want to be able to connect with your guides at the snap of a finger and get answers. So that is why we should not walk through fear, is because they're always there. Okay, the second message was the light has come. Today, the time of light begins for you and everyone. It is a new era in which a new world is born. The old one has left no trace upon it in its passing. Today, we see a different world because the light has come. And this is my first course, how to cleanse your energy and understanding energy. The light has come. We are elevating. We're moving into a fourth density consciousness, which means our body is becoming more light. And that means our energetic hygiene is 100% more important than working out and eating healthy. They go together, but the top 3 pillars of health are taking care of your chakras and your healing and your energetic field, your aura, getting sunshine, and clean water. Those are your top 3 most important as a light worker, a light bringer. We bring light to people. We need to make sure our light is pristine. So in that course, I am teaching you all the different ways to clear your body so you can be as bright as possible, so you can feel as bright as possible. And then you have no fear about worrying about illness or worrying about tuning into your guides, because your light is going to be so bright and your vessel is going to be so clear that you can connect in an instant. You can drop into a meditation and just feel so good. So these first 2 messages are so unique and so funny that I just created 2 courses on both of these topics. So my guides are wanting me to already start pushing this, and I got to get it done and get it out there. But beautiful first 2 messages. The light has come. It is time for change. You do not need to fear this change because I don't know why I'm flipping these. Um, Love created me like itself. You do not need to fear it because you have this angelic assistance around you at all times. And they're always bringing you downloads and messages. And I went through a Kundalini awakening for the last 12 months, actually, like for the last 2 years. But my body is changing. My mind is changing. This morning, I woke up with just these clear visuals of what I should do today and how I should feel in my body and what I should put in my body. And it's just getting more direct. We are now tuning in, and the telepathy is real. So we need to saddle up and we need to learn how to live in this new earth, because in a couple years, we're all going to be walking around being telepathic. We're not going to be able to hide how we feel about people because they're going to be able to feel it. So we want to start acting in integrity right now to prepare for that. We want to clear ourselves of the jealousy, of the comparison, of the frustration. We want to do all of that work because sooner or later, if we don't clear it in ourselves, we're going to live a very restrictive and tight and lots of conflict. You're going to live in lots of conflict because you're not going to be able to hide your shit. So let's clear our shit before everyone starts seeing it, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's not to scare anyone, but that's just where we're going. We're becoming more intuitive. Our gifts are starting to enhance, which means other people's gifts are starting to enhance. In my energy course, I talk about how you can pick up people's thought patterns when you're around them. And you can sense their fear, and you can come home starting to think about thoughts that you've never thought about before. And you're like, why am I thinking about this? And then I teach you how to remove it and cut cords and clear it. Yes, I caught it before it hit the ground. Okay, so we have two. We're gonna like this one. I need my glasses because this writing is so tiny on these. We have focus on service, shower of abundance. To heal your financial situation, first give us your worries concerning money. We will guide you in order to show you how to create and accept abundance, just like they guided me to create these two courses. As we work together, your financial situation will heal as fast as you'll allow. And I know, being an entrepreneur, I've had to deal with all of the shame around, like, if I don't have clients booking, if money is not flowing, and this is for anybody, you don't have to be an entrepreneur to experience this, but if money is not flowing, you have to start, that's a lesson. You're looking at yourself going, okay, this is something coming up for me because I'm not my magical abundant self if money turns off. Why does all of my wounding come up and all of my shame and my guilt and me feeling like a bad person? And you notice all the shame. You start to not show up in the world. You start to hide from your friends. You start to not talk about it. And this is why the universe turns off the flow of abundance to you, because it wants you to clear this. It wants you to sit with it and say, I don't need to be in shame right now. I am a beautiful soul. And this is all of the conditioning of our world coming up in me right now. This is all the conditioning from my parents. Maybe my parents didn't respect money. Maybe they just spent and spent and spent. As soon as they got it, they spent it. Maybe they held on to it and they were pinching every penny and they were buying things feeling restricted. And we have to address every thought we have when we're purchasing things, when we're just think about what you're thinking. Is it, I shouldn't be spending this money. Oh no, there's not enough. Then you're in lack. If it's, I can do this, and you're in debt and you're just, I can do this, that means somebody in your family didn't respect money back then. And now you've inherited that pattern. So there's a healthy balance. I don't believe in having a strict budget and putting restrictions on your heart and your soul and how you want to live freely. But I do think, like, as income comes in, you take a little bit, put it in your savings, take a little bit, put it towards your bills, and then the rest you can play with it. And I have always struggled with that balance. My whole life, I've been in and out of debt, in debt, out of debt. And I know I have tons of shame around if I don't get a bunch of readings. I've gotten better with it to know that, this is the universal flow. It's cutting off for me to learn something. Or I'm not getting clients because I'm meant to rest. And it's just not time for me right now because maybe I'm meant to be building my website and building courses. So there's a science behind all of it. But when I get this card and I share, and I just heard my ego say, Michelle, stop talking about yourself. But I know that in my readings, experiences help people. You guys hearing stories, that helps you relate it to your life. So I need to turn my ego off, but also I want to always make sure I'm relating it to you. So I apologize if I do talk too much about my experiences. But this message came out for somebody that you're going without money right now because you're being shown your wounding. It's not until we get into a partnership do we start to see all of our shit come up. It's not until we're without money do we start to see all of the subconscious stories that we tell ourselves, like, oh, there's not enough, or oh my gosh, I'm not a good person if I don't have money. And you can see that relationship with money. So I'm also being shown that we need to have a relationship with money. So if you can think of money as a consciousness, like it's a flow that's all around you and you can dance with it, right? And you can be a part of it. You can be in it because money is flowing to bank accounts right now. It's passing through people's hands. It's being sent through Venmo, PayPal. There's money moving all around you. And we have to jump into it and say, hey, money, I want to dance with you and have a relationship with money. Talk to money every single day. Lately, I've been writing in my journal. I learned from a girl. I was listening to a podcast and she was talking about writing a letter to money every single morning and saying, money, I welcome you. I love you. I want to be friends with you. I want to be friends with you. I want to nurture you. And you create this loving relationship with it where you don't fear it, where you're not just spending it and giving it away and just respecting it. You're being loving to it. And money has a consciousness. It wants to love you back. It wants to be friends with you. It wants to dance with you. It wants to be a part of you. And we have to welcome it in, respect it, not be too strict with it, not grip onto it, still tip people, still follow the call of your heart when it says, buy this, buy it with love. Say, oh, I get to, pay this person for their service, or I get to support this local business or this company or whatever it is. You're thinking about the reverse side of it, that you're buying with love. So wherever you're putting your money, it's a beautiful exchange of you sharing. It's not, oh no, I'm paying for that and I'm never going to get it back. Or when you feel like you're buying something that you shouldn't buy and then you have that item, you're energetically now tied to that item and it's saying that, like, I'm not allowed to be yours and that you're not allowed to have it because you're not a good person because you just bought that and you shouldn't have bought it. So think about that energy. And now you're holding that thing in your hand or you bring that thing into your home. And it's a constant reminder of, I shouldn't have. And we need to clear that energy. Okay. So that's a huge message out there for somebody. This one says, focus on your service. And I love the colors and this card. How beautiful are her wings. Okay. Throat chakra's going nuts right now. So this is what we need to do, and this is what we need to hear. Focus on service. Your soul desires only to joyfully serve and to swim in a constant stream of bliss. This stream continuously feeds you everything you need. Put your entire focus upon staying in the stream of giving and receiving in every situation in all that you do. Again, giving love, giving compliments. Your service is literally just you being you and giving love. Me creating those 2 courses, that's me giving love to all of you. And in exchange, you guys purchase it from me, which feeds my service. And I'm feeding your life energetically with the messages and the tools that you need to then go out and be able to enhance your life experience. So it's an energetic exchange. So what gift do you have that you could put out into the world and get paid for doing it? And it's a beautiful, like I said, supporting small businesses. When you give money to something, to buy something, you're giving love. So when you are wanting to make money doing what you love, you have to remember that people are going to give you love by paying for your gifts. Like if you guys buy my courses, that's going to be you guys loving me. And I'm going to be loving you by giving you these teachings. So it's a beautiful, like, it's it's like a barter, but it's really just how the universe has designed us. Money's just a tool that the universe created for us to heal, right? Because money shows us who we really are. Like if somebody were to hand you $1,000,000 right now, we would find out who you really are. We would find out what you do with it. We would find out if you sabotage it. You know, all money shows us our shit. So it's a tool, and we have to learn how to love it and dance with it and not fear it. And I'm speaking on this because I'm currently going through this. Okay, I have not mastered it. You know, I want to master it, and I want to wake up every day and say, I love you, money. I want to master this. I want to dance with you forever, and I don't want to be in the cycle of debt, not debt, debt, not debt. I want to be consistently flowing with money and trusting it all. And I believe the message for somebody out there is that you guys should want that too. I'm here motivating you to want that for yourself, to not live in struggle anymore regarding money, to thank money for showing you your shit and really start to work through it. And the more I learn about this, the more I'm probably going to create something with this to teach people how to work with money. And I know that we have to go through it in order to teach it. So I know that you guys might have to go through it because maybe you're going to share it with somebody else soon. And there's a lot. I just heard self-worth. If you do not think you're worthy of having money, this could be unconscious. You might not even be aware that you don't think you're worthy of it. And your loved ones are here to tell you that you're worthy of it. We have the cardinal card. This is always representing a past loved one is here and they're saying hi. And if you see cardinals today, they're letting you know that they're going to help you find a way to get paid for your gifts. They're going to help you heal this relationship with money. This could also be somebody who passed away who did give you horrible patterns and habits around money, and they're sorry. And this card actually says a loved one is trying to send you love. They're trying to send you money. Say out loud, thank you. I know you're always with me. I love and miss you too. So honor this loved one. Make sure you're talking to them. Pray to them. I feel like that's the only reason why I grabbed that card. Okay, I have to keep track of the time because I have a client call in 15 minutes. Okay, let's get another angel message. I liked my little purple deck, the angel cards. Let's get another angel message. This landed on the cardinal. Be a light to others. You have a powerful message to share. Shine your light on the world so that others can learn from you. Seriously? Thank you, angels and guides. Maybe the cardinal saying we should thank them for the message. Archangel Michael, Metatron, you are coming through. This is us being of service, teaching, sharing, putting your gifts out there, becoming an intuitive reader, cleansing your energy, doing what you need to do to get your light. Look at his light bursting from his chest. You all have a deep yearning inside of you to share yourself. And we have to move through that fear that tells you that nobody wants your messages and nobody thinks you're good enough. And like, turn that off. We need what you have. And I say that because, you know, I've dealt with it. My clients have dealt with it. We all have this barrier to overcome to get ourselves out there, to get ourselves sharing ourselves. Okay, I just heard animals. The light has come. Lots of light in all of these cards. Shower of abundance. So we're healing money. We're learning how to get money by using our gifts. And I always know in my life and in my clients' lives, you can do the least amount of work, but be using your gifts and get paid the most abundance ever. Like, think about songwriters and people that create a song in like 20 minutes and the song makes them millions of dollars. That's when you know you're in alignment doing what you love. I created a mindfulness course for kids, and it took me like maybe 4 weeks to make it because I was teaching during the day and then I have to go film at night. But if I wasn't teaching, I probably could have made it in like a week. And now that I edit and stuff, I know how to do all that. But at the time, I didn't know how to do all of that. So it took me longer. But that course made me like over $150,000 in a short period of time. So when we're sharing ourselves and doing what we love, the universe provides. So your fear might be telling you that it's too much work and it's going to take too long and you can't do it, or nobody's going to buy it, or nobody's going to want your services. But when you do the least amount of work, but you're sharing your gifts, the universe rewards you. And you don't have to do the least. You can put in a full effort. Yeah, we have the beaver card. Lay a solid foundation. And this is 6. So this is a lover's card. The lover's card in the tarot deck is number 6. So anytime we see a 6 in any other deck for intuitive readers, if you're curious, 6 always represents the lovers. And it's usually like a choice card. You're making a decision between 2 options. So a beaver might be making decisions on how to lay a solid foundation for his partner. Wow, we have the antelope. Life is speeding up. And then we have the nightingale. Love is all around. So to me, this is partnership. These 3 cards are about divine masculine, divine feminine energies. The nightingale is calling out. It's a mating call. And it's letting you know that love is on the way. It's speeding up. It's heading towards you. This antelope is heading towards the nightingale. And it's because the nightingale is the divine feminine who is singing her song. The nightingale is putting out her message and she's being who she came here to be. And that lights up the divine masculine. And then he is activated and he's like, oh my gosh, I see her. I hear her. I need to go towards her. And he's worried. I just heard he's worried. He or she is worried about a solid foundation. They're worried that they can't bring that to you. But that's their healing around money, is they have to heal that. They have to learn that their service and their gifts are what's going to provide that abundance. Destiny has a plan. Let go of the need to know. Thank your guides for all you have. So the cardinal card was saying, acknowledge your guides. We have a card saying, acknowledge your guides. This card just dropped out. Rainbows are a sign that your happy ending is coming soon. Love me some manifestation signs. Also, if you're looking to purchase this deck, I have it linked on my website and in the description box below. This is, I consider it a manifestation deck. I love using it to see when my manifestations are coming. I ask the cards every morning, where am I at with my manifestations? And I pull like maybe 10 cards and it tells a story. Ooh, there we go. Within 2 weeks. So this shifting, you getting on your mission, if you're the divine feminine or the divine masculine, you starting to sing your song, you're starting to do what you came here to do. This is activating your divine masculine or divine feminine. And within 2 weeks, they're going to be heading your way because you're in alignment. You're helping them heal. Revisit your past, your path. Funny, I said past, and see how it all worked out. So maybe you're doubting how things are going to unfold, but your guides are saying to look at the past and see like, oh, wow, just when I thought I wasn't going to have enough money, or just when I thought, you know, I wasn't going to be able to start that website or start my business, but the right help arrived, the right person arrived. I bumped into somebody and they led me here and everything worked out. So start to see how those breadcrumbs lead you along the way, but you have to look back at your life to see how they connected for you. Because I believe we all have a different language with the universe. Pull back your energy. This is a huge message out there for somebody. If you're looking to call in a partnership or to attract somebody back to you, you cannot be thinking about them. You have to completely cut it off and move on energetically. Literally, don't think about them. Go live your life. Go do what you need to do. If you are thinking about them, you just put up another wall for them to have to barrel through to get to you. So remember that every time you're thinking about them and maybe criticizing them or criticizing yourself and being angry that you're not together, wall, wall, wall. You're building more walls. Okay. We have to pull our energy back and just focus on us. Okay. Do not reach out to them. Do not try to convince them that you're still here and you love them regardless of what they've done. No, we move on and we elevate. Okay. And my watch buzzed as I said that. And we lean into our feminine energy. Make the change. You will feel amazing and waiting for the perfect wave. Somebody needs to change their diet. I just heard somebody specifically, this is only for 1 or 2 people, hold off on eating animal products for a week and see how your body feels. I'm hearing that somebody's having anxiety because of animal products. And it's just a temporary upgrade. When you go through ascension symptoms, we cannot have hormones and processed foods inside of our body. We need to have pure food that's grown from the earth. I'm not saying animal products are bad. I'm just saying that sometimes our body needs high vibrational foods. And if you're eating an animal that was in a low vibration when it was killed or when, however, it was, taken to be used for food, you're now eating that low vibration. So keep that in mind. Okay, waiting for the perfect wave. Let's get a card on that. Let's do Light Seers Tarot. Talk to us about waitings. Success. Okay, so somebody is about to be seen in the spotlight. I also just heard somebody could be attracted to some sort of person. Maybe your special person is a celebrity or they're in the spotlight. Or this person in the spotlight, you're kind of just waiting for them to notice you, for them to finally see your DM, for them to wake up to the connection. So for some of you, it's somebody in the spotlight, somebody famous or, maybe big in your community. And then for most of the collective, this is all about you are now shining. It's like the nightingale. You're singing your song, you're shining so bright, and your person sees you as a celebrity. Your person is looking up to you going, oh my gosh, he or she is totally elevating. And it is such a beautiful thing to witness. Okay, we have Judgment, 4 of Wands at the bottom. I love this. 4 of Wands is the marriage card, the 1111 card, celebration, Judgment. Somebody's finally coming to terms with their soul's path. They are surrendering and releasing and saying, okay, I surrender to this connection. And then we have the 5 of Swords. This was in reverse as well. So it's almost like the hard times are over. The anxiety is over. They finally, it's this energy. And look at the colors, they totally match. Somebody is sick and tired of the anguish and the pain and the suffering, and they're finally surrendering and they're choosing the Lover's card. They're choosing to lay that solid foundation. Remember number 6 with the Lover's card? So 4 of Wands is the 1111 card, 4. And because I heard this is happening, somebody's fully, so what happens is when you pull your energy back from somebody who you're trying to manifest or somebody who you just feel a deep connection with, you're like, I know we're meant to be, but I don't understand why we're not together yet. And it's because you have to do your own healing. The money thing could be the block, right? You have to heal your relationship with money. And that part is very, very much so filled with shame and guilt. So if you have shame and guilt about yourself, that means you're not loving yourself. So if it is your counterpart, then that keeps a wall up between the both of you. But when you pull your energy back and you heal this and you say, I'm going to work on myself, I don't care about any relationship or anything else. I just want to heal this for me to have a happy life. I want to live my life in peace and in joy. And I want to be somebody who can make a difference in the world. And when you pull your energy off of somebody, and you're not there, right? A lot of my clients always feel like they want to like teach their twin flame or their soulmate how to elevate. They want to share all the spiritual stuff with them, or they're mad that they're not waking up. But when you pull your energy away and you're no longer there, they are forced into waking up. And that's what holds up these connections, is because somebody still has their energy latched, trying to see where they're at. What are they doing? What are the signs? And they're obsessed with it. And that is not allowing that other person to be free to figure it out on their own. Just like you had to figure it out on your own, just like you're sitting here on your own watching me. These are all indicators that they have to do it. And you have to pull your energy off of that and shine your own light and work on yourself. And then the partnership comes together because somebody gets activated out of that anguish and they finally wake up and they're like, oh my gosh, I can finally see my truth. Like she's looking up, seeing her truth. So that's what happens in these connections. The light has come. The person, their eyes are wide open now and they're realizing, oh my gosh, this person's not in my life. And now I realize that I really want them in my life. They're the only person that has depth. They're the only person that is just so magical and life would be fun with them. They don't know that until you remove yourself completely from their aura, or auric field, aura, from the telepathy. Pull all of your energy back, okay? All right, lovies, I'm going to end it there because I have 2 minutes to spare before my reading for my call at 11, but I'm sending you so much love. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and I will see you this weekend for our weekly energy reading. All right, peace out.